Yo, what's going on, guys? This is a continuation of the blind date part two. All right, so I just left off on like a little bit of a cliffhanger for you guys. I hope it wasn't like what Twilight did to you or Harry Potter or any of those series. But anyway, let's jump back into it. So I'm just about to see this girl, you know, and I'm like, she's just coming right through the sliding doors, and I open my eyes, and oh my gosh, am I disappointed? And let me explain, okay? Because it sounds like I just got catfish, and that's exactly how I felt. And the worst part about it is the girl was actually really beautiful, and today she's probably even more beautiful than she was. But the error and the mistake that I made was, since I had no clue at all what she looked like, I was imagining like someone so beautiful that every time I talked to her, I just loved her personality and her her voice so much. She just kept on getting more and more beautiful in my head. I couldn't really describe what exactly she looked like. I just pictured a beautiful soul, and I don't know, like something like royalty, honestly. But that was my mistake, an expectation that no one could ever live up to, which sucks. But, it is what it is. I made a mistake, and I've learned from it since then. So that's really all that matters. But yeah, so when I saw her, that's why I felt like I was catfished. I just felt so let down. I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of don't want to be here anymore, but I will, because just because I might be having a bad time, I don't want my date to have a bad time. And things don't just get worse there, okay? My friend who was nice enough to go on a double date with me bailed. Why? Because we couldn't like level off on any plans. We couldn't decide what exactly we wanted to do together. And I guess I wanted to see Bee Movie. It's just like an animated film about the life of a bee in a cartoon animated version. And he did not want to see that. So basically, we kind of got ditched, low key. But um, nonetheless, I'm like, okay, I've got to use what I've learned from my sitcoms, my teenage sitcoms that I've watched. Degrassi. I've got to use High School Musical. I've got to use all these references in order to be the best possible date ever. I even brought a jacket, just in case you get cold or whatever. But we're going over to the ticket booth, and first things first, I tell the person, like, "Hi, could we have two tickets to see a Bee Movie?" And I told my date, "Oh, it's all on me. Don't worry about it, okay?" And then she's like, "Oh, no, 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 don't worry. I can pay for myself. You don't have to. It's perfectly fine." And then I was like, all right, why was it so easy in these Disney movies and these sitcoms when you did something nice for like the uh, the female that you're going on a date with? They're usually like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much," and I appreciate the kind gesture. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit like sexist or whatever. It probably is, but um, I don't know. I was just using from what I learned, and this is my first date. But yeah, I was kind of aggressive. I just said, "Hey, I really got this. Like, don't worry about it, and I've got you, okay?" And then she's like, "Okay, no worries. Thank you. I appreciate it." And then we go in, and I ask her like, "Oh, do you want any food or refreshments or anything like that?" And she's like, "No, no, no, I'm good." And then we go into the theater and it's legit empty. Like no one in there. And ideally, this is kind of what you would want for a date, right? Like kind of like isolation, time to yourself, and just to really feel comfortable with that other person. A little bit intimate, I guess. So I'm over there, kind of like watching B movie, but I'm also kind of like, looking back at her, checking how she's doing. And I noticed like halfway through the movie, she's getting cold, just like I predicted. Brought the jacket, you know. Oh, it's just a t-shirt, but um, this is what I do. So unlike your normal, ordinary gentleman, I take off my jacket and I'm like, here, I don't even put it on or anything. I just kind of like give it to her, and then she's like, oh, uh, thanks. And I'm like, oh, I'm such a dingaling. It's kind of awkward, but it was a nice gesture, and it's the thought that counts. And I could tell that she really appreciated it because she's like getting all cozy in it. It was like a black and white Adidas jacket. It was pretty clean. But anyway, uh, the movie ends, and she gives me back my jacket, and I'm like, oh my gosh, did you have a fun time? She's like, yeah, for sure. The date ends, and I wait for her to get a ride back, and she gets picked up, and then I leave with my dad, and then I don't know, man. This is where it gets really, really bad, but whatever. Um, yeah, I'm straight up a jerk. So I guess I just felt so catfished that I I sent her a text, or I think I called her. Yeah, I might have called her or sent her a text saying something like, sorry, I'm not sure if we can talk anymore. I'm moving to Alaska. I'm gonna be like living in igloos. I don't know if there's any electricity down there, and basically you just can't like talk anymore. And I hope the best for you, you know. And it was definitely a bunch of BS, and I just couldn't break to her the bad news that I was, I guess, sadly displeased. Man, I'm such a jerk. And that's what I did. And she's like, "Oh, okay, I understand. No worries." And I guess the worst part about it is, she kept on like texting me after that, like, "Hey, hey, how are you doing? Happy birthday!" And I'd be such a messed up guy. I would just like, it's like the message is not getting across to her that I kind of don't really want to talk to her. But, you know, I guess it is what it is. And I just kind of ignored her. And mistake on my part. And she could have been a really good friend to this day. But, you know. Anyways, that concludes my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Hope you guys enjoyed my little blooper. And yeah, if you have any questions, concerns, discrepancies, email me at blaze@gmail.com. And if you feel like you can help me or I can help you, you just need someone to talk to. Hit me up. Why? Because I care. Peace out, guys.